cinch everything up, make everything nice and tight. If we didn't dry this, or excuse me, if we didn't get this wet enough, these would crack. If they were too wet, they'd be nice and easy to work with. But the problem is that when it dries out, our project would have a lot of holes in it. So also, if you were to be working outside, having a spray bottle comes in handy, or if you're taking a while to do this, you can use a spray bottle to kind of keep things moist. Again, don't use too much because you don't want to oversaturate your weavers. So now we're at 6 and we're about at the midway point. And so I'm going to insert my last one, which is number 6. That's a pretty thick one, which is nice. So lift up the first one, just every other one after that. Like so. And so, and then just insert. Okay. Now this, the cattail leaves have a convex and a concave side. This one is a really thick one and has a nice, really heavy cavity on the top, or excuse me, convexity on the top. So I just want to kind of smash this down, kind of squeegee this out and make them nice and flat as possible. Okay, so this is the 6th one. This is where you should be at with your project, where things start to change. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to flip this so that it's perpendicular to me, and rather we're going to go ahead and do our first fold down. So I'll squeeze this up and then fold the leaf down so it's parallel to the rest. Okay, and then what we're going to want to do is, now I'm turning it perpendicular, okay, to me. We're going to want to flip it over like so. Okay, and now just like we did this point here, we're going to go ahead and make a point here. So what we want to do is we want to fold this down so that it is parallel to itself, just like so. Okay. So we want it about right there. Okay. And once we've done that, then this one down here, I don't know if you can see that, this one here, we want to weave underneath that with the one that we just folded down. So I want to take this, I want to lift this one up and kind of situate these guys so that they're in the right position, and then everything will fall into place after we've got everything into position. Okay. So that's going to start locking things in place. Okay, so we want to get to this stage. Okay, so the next one, we want to go underneath, and the next, and the other, and the opposite, the next one after that, and so on and so forth. Every other one. Okay, and then go ahead and just slide this up and cinch it tight. Okay. So you should have something that looks like this. Okay, so now next, what I'm going to want to do is flip this one over, flip it back over, and I'm going to want to do the same thing that I just did on the opposite side. So I want to fold this onto itself. Okay, so I want to fold it down. Oops, excuse me. Let me flip it back over, rather. Let me fold this down. Okay, excuse me. So we want to, from where we started off, from this position, I just want to fold this down like so. And then I want to fold it again towards me. Flip it over. Okay. I'm going to ignore the one that we did on itself, like so. I'm going to go ahead and just fold it so that it is perpendicular to itself, like the other side. So we have this formation. Okay. So next, all we have to do, since we already have the first one laid in on itself, we just go ahead and put it underneath and lay it on top of itself. Just like so. Okay, so it looks like the arms are folding on top of each other like so. Okay. Keep that cinched up. Keep everything tight. Okay. And we're gonna want, that's where when our scissors are going to come in handy. Okay. So I'm gonna spritz this down a little bit. And this is when our scissors come in handy, or whatever cutting tool. I want to snip these. I'm going to snip this one right in the center of the last one. Just a little bit, just like so. Okay? And on this side, I want to do the same thing. I want to snip this, make sure I'm snipping the right one and not one that I don't intend to snip. Just like that. Okay? And these will fold up just nicely. So that's the start of us going this way. Okay. So then we take the next one and we fold it so that it goes right across, like so. And then we're just going to opposite weave. So we want to, we want to weave so that the second one in goes under, and then alternate every one under from that point. Just like so. And go ahead and cinch that up. Then flip it over and do the same thing on the opposite side. Except this time now it's easy because all we have to do is just lay the weaver in, like so. Okay. And this is where again we're going to be snipping the pieces. This piece needs to lay in there, so I'm going to go ahead and snip that piece there so that it can start to fit right underneath itself. And this piece needs to be snipped as well so that it can lay right underneath itself. Just like so. Okay. Now we're ready for the next one. Okay, we're just going to continue to repeat this all the way down.